The light flickers low. In a Geneva hotel suite, silhouettes move against drawn curtains. Out on the lake, the city sleeps. But in this room, the world is being redrawn. This is not a scene from a spy film. This is the quiet reality of modern diplomacy. Europe faces a hard choice. The world watches loud speeches and reads fiery headlines. The real work happens in these quiet rooms. A chain of secret backdoor dealings with Iran is being forged. Meetings to keep the fuel flowing, to avoid the drums of open war. Europe's pragmatic answer to an explosive crisis. A shadow dance far from the public stage. The story begins with a single, undeniable need: energy. A wealthy continent, deeply dependent on imported oil and gas. The steady flow has been its lifeblood, and when threatened, everything is at risk. It is the world's most important waterway, a narrow channel separating Iran from the Arabian Peninsula. This is the Strait of Hormuz. Look at a map, it is a bottleneck. Through this single point, nearly a fifth of the world's oil must pass. A number that shapes geopolitics. When tensions flare, the strait becomes a choke point. Even the threat sends shockwaves through markets. Our energy supply is interconnected and fragile. Europe's fate can be decided in this 21-mile passage. Not only in London or Frankfurt, it is felt by ordinary people. In Milan, in Marseille, in Madrid. The glowing signs begin to climb. First by a few cents, then more. Fuel becomes dinner table talk. Heating turns to anxiety. Crisis to daily life. Direct. The public stage is for clarity and conviction. Leaders set their faces like stone. President Trump speaks of courage and war. He decries Europeans for refusing to join, words aimed at Italy's Giorgia Meloni. He accuses her of lacking will to fight. He laments her siding with calls for peace. Sound bites and tweets, loud, confrontational. Europe replies in firm, careful tones. She calls intervention outside international law. With Macron, support for Gulf partners and Cyprus. A distinctly European position, geopolitical independence. But when the microphones go dark, the harsh rhetoric fades, rigid postures soften, coexistence becomes necessary. Between a fiery speech in Washington and a pragmatic talk in Zurich lies a vast distance. One trades in applause, the other in barrels and billions. Section 4, the Ghost Fleet, tracing the untraceable deals. Designed to be invisible, absent from ledgers and press releases, enabled by deliberately opaque networks, third-country intermediaries, discreet trading houses, financial secrecy jurisdictions, money through shells, chain of custody severed, a ghost fleet, older tankers, flags of convenience. Origins obscured on deck, transponders go dark, ships vanish from screens. Ship-to-ship transfers blur the trail. Sanctioned oil laundered into markets. Analysts piece together satellite clues. Vessels frequent ports, then go dark. A report stamped top secret manifests insurance, internal memos. A pattern emerges. Leave Iran, vanish in Malacca, reappear with altered origin. The unseen hand, who truly steers the ship? In the 24-hour glare, we see conflict and clear lines. Allies disagree, leaders trade accusations, fleets stand ready. In the shadows, another story, pragmatism. Quiet cooperation driven by markets. They are the shock absorbers. A fundamental question of control. Is it the elected leader, the bureaucrat, or the seasoned diplomat, or the trader rerouting a tanker? Hidden actors keep systems alive. They sway daily life more than we see. Shielded from scrutiny, done in the national interest. Ideals balanced against necessary deals. Backdoor diplomacy with Iran is the case study. Remember the quiet rooms. Remember the ghost fleets. Fuel prices. Economic stability. Avoiding war. How much secrecy can a democracy bear? In response, the seas fill with steel. French frigates, Italian frigates, others join a visible flotilla for free navigation. Steel and rotor thunder, a deterrent to disruption, a signal to domestic audiences, protection. But ships manage crises, not supply. Hard power contrasts with clandestine negotiation. While warships guard, Diplomats secure cargo, sanctions workarounds and humanitarian exemptions, alternative payment mechanisms, volumes, schedules, prices, negotiated in whispers, a necessary hypocrisy of energy security, so the lights do not go out, public pronouncements set direction, hidden currents decide destination,